Hi, this is Mauvu and Xyroah doing your feedback. If you have any questions, just ping us in your thread. I feel like that scan was inconclusive. Like,
We just saw a
yeah,
huge spike, and then
yeah, like we do this. You don't really know which one between these two chunks, right?
I'll, I'll say you should. I think I already told her, but you should be using like full length 10 instead of whatever this is.
Oh, is it like not 280 by 1000?
No, it's really small. Just like actually smaller than like what people did before too, I think.
Is that yeah? This isn't 9.9. Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's 9.10.
it's like incredible self-nourish, but okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm still talking about the other thing. My bad.
Um, pretty good BT. Hang on. Yeah, so the way you avoid, uh, like, the way I avoid doing a miscraft like that is where, like, instead of shift clicking the iron, I use my hotkey to craft the pressure plate normally. It's like where I hotkeyed the iron out of. I like press that hotkey, split it, and then hotkey back because I feel like shift clicking is just like it feels less responsive for like a craft like that. I don't know, but like
I'd
yeah,
also use the sand here to elevate the TNT. You can
uh,
avoid all the dirt over in the middle. No?
yeah, yeah. Um, and so, yeah, and if we're not gonna elevate the TNT, I just block us like ourselves off with the sand instead of going all the way down here to get out of the blast
Yeah.
range. Because yeah, like when the TNT detonates, like you want to be able to see where all the stuff is dropping before it's like all messed up on the ground, so you like know what to grab. Okay, yeah, this looks like very unwarmed up. Oh god. uh, yeah. Oh dear.
The pie overlap is nice. Why didn't she just go down here?
Yeah, like you don't see magma, but like you see a light source from like this direction.
There's
Like,
also like a big amount of obsidian, which like
yeah,
is a good indication that there's lava underneath, so you can just. It's an interesting choice. Oh,
like this.
hold. What are we doing here?
Like I'm assuming we see this kelp. One look at this, you know it's fake every time. Like, what is
It's
this
just like,
atrocity of a
yeah,
ravine? Like, the only way
it
this
just,
is real if it
yeah,
is if you're playing RSG mod. Like,
yeah, I would just like no questions go down on that obsidian.
uh,
Yeah, and there's lava here too.
um, so like when you're building a portal in a situation like this, you bridge out one away from the obsidian and then place it's like you place dirt here and then the water on that dirt here and then you've got your portal set up there. Instead of like trying to
Yeah.
set it up on the wall.
You also didn't need to, I guess it's cleaner. That's fine, I guess.
Yeah, but crafting flint and steel is just faster because there's just like less like changes of direction for your mouse. It's like less like flicks, so it's just more consistent for you to like go open inventory, flint and steel craft instead of like going iron, flint into hotbar, and then iron back in, and then flint into crafting menu. Oh, I see the thin resolution. That is so
It's just
weird.
like so, yeah.
That's just not even thin. It's like slightly squished. It's the way I describe it. Like
I don't, you just can't see anything in this. It's,
yeah, like
yeah.
this E-ray, like it's good to use thin for E-ray, but like it's not. It's narrowing it down to like a whole 30-degree angle, or like not even more than that. Like probably 40 degrees from like the view of the player. It's just not that precise. If thin, it's like barely squashing the field of view.
Um, I would have probably gone and used the fort, like the part in the front, no?
You mean like over here and like wall
Yeah,
there? I
because you go
yeah.
further.
I think it does look slightly faster if you speed bridge like 4 blocks and then boat jump to the netherrack, but then I think running along the side of the nether brick is faster than this.
Because you can like jump off like further, like into the netherrack.
Yeah. I mean, just a minor thing. I don't like having this lava bucket in a random slot in your inventory. Like, because you might want to use it if you need to portal break your home portal or like portal break a first portal, so that like you don't know where in your inventory it is. Like, it's just like, and then you'll have to spend like half a second looking for it. Just like a minor thing. Why are we not grabbing the chest? Okay. Um, so we want to loot stuff into our this armor into our offhand. We've got food in it. What you can do is you just press your offhand key and then shift click, and then like the armor's still in your offhand and you haven't like left the food in the chest.
Yeah, it just goes into your inventory.
Oh no.
Yeah, you
Um,
have armor here.
yeah, you can just. I mean, you might have to like drop a gold to get this guy out of the way, but you can. It's like hard to point it out at this angle, but like you pillar up two in between these chests and under this bit of the low roof. So you pillar up two and break one into the ceiling so that your head is like obstructed from these guys, from the piglins' line of sight. That means you can open these chests without them seeing you and they won't get aggroed. It's just like a lot faster than. Oh, and for doing this strat, you want to, when you start breaking this block, you want to hold right click before it's broken so that you open the chest the tick after, so that you minimize the chance that any guys will like activate their like them being able to see you.
Aggro.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the right word to describe it, but yeah, they won't aggro you. It's like yeah, like this guy was able to like fix a line of sight on you before you open the chest there.
You also didn't need to throw that gold, I think. That just made like that.
Yeah,
What's the correct word for this? That makes the piglin look at the gold instead of getting aggro at you, which
yeah,
is not necessary when the pig is not aggro at you anyways. So, and
yeah,
then you have to like punch that one pig and hope that the other pigs are done like looking at the gold. Because that one pig that's still looking at the gold is still not aggro. It will be aggro once it's done, I think. But yeah, you could just avoid that
yeah.
entirely.
And then so he's like trading up here while his aggro timer is ticking down. So he might not even have enough aggro left to like pathfind all the way down to the bottom of the bastion. Also, yeah, when we're going through this part of the route, like look at the guys and like right click the sword guys instead of just tanking the damage. Yeah, so for this, if we're not going to mine the I don't know what you call these blocks, but these two blocks, you it's like trying to like pause it on the right frame. I'm like trying to, I keep missing it. It's like, okay, I had it on the right frame, but it didn't load.
Try pressing the what's
What's
this
the key?
called?
It's like,
The period key.
yeah, I just
That's
hate
like
using it
advancing one
because
frame.
YouTube is so laggy with it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, you get onto this block, and then you strafe onto this one, like just onto the edge of it, and then you strafe back, and then you fall down here. You take no fall damage when going down, and it's still like just as fast.
Yeah, we've tanked a bunch of damage. We entered on like no damage and we're almost down to half.
Yeah, we took I think 2 melee hits, and then the half
Also,
map.
think we you don't throw your gold ingots down so early.
Uh,
What I like to do is get all my blocks and then right click to get half of the stack and throw that.
yeah,
Because by the time you've mined the other two gold blocks and gone down, they're probably gonna get aggro at you again, right?
yeah, like you don't want to give them like 30 gold to trade here. Like giving them
Yeah, yeah.
like 10 gold here to overlap while you mine the rest of these blocks and set up your trading hole is fine. But like you don't want to give them more because that's just going to mean more of your trades are just spread out for no reason, like over the like bottom of this bastion, when they could have just have been trades that are in your trading hole and like easy to get to. You don't need to waste time running around the
And we're throwing
bastion.
down more gold in the
Yeah,
you're throwing down too much gold.
like I bet when we go back, we've got like yeah, like is that 3 pigs in the hole? Like that's a sign you've given them too much gold and they're still trading it, and they might lose aggro and not even be able to pathfind into that hole until they hear you break another gold block. So I think that's what you were saying about it earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's safe to like trade like half, so like 32 gold, so you trade like 16. That's already too much, I think, but it's like playing safe.
yeah.
I think he's thrown down like most of the gold that you had, which is bad.
Okay, yeah. The same thing I said with the lava bucket, and especially with the bed. I don't know if that's where you normally keep your bed, but it feels like a bad slot in your inventory because it's far away from where your cursor appears. But like, you want to be able to blaze bed really quickly with that. I mean, also we have 2 TNT. We don't need the bed, but with the bed,
I like I like pre-crafting it for muscle memory, but I'd use this time to put the TNT in my hotbar. Or actually, because I don't like pre-crafting at this time. I usually like to go up and get like in this case you'll have like a billion trades because you traded a bunch of gold on the top. But usually you'd have like a few trades. I like to go up and get those. That we have like 3 wool that's just guaranteed.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, like
you
having
you yeah.
yeah, like the muscle memory for pre-crafting the bed there is like you're unlikely to have wool there every time. It's the problem.
And doing that means that so you can do that like after you've checked the chest. I usually put my TNT in my hotbar when I notice that I have TNT. So I'm implying that I still pre-craft the bed, but I put the TNT in my hotbar because I don't want to send the bed accidentally.
Oh, yeah, so you pre-craft the bed every time anyway, because like you'll
Yeah,
know you're
so
gonna need it later,
yeah,
like
so
regardless.
my the way I do it is when I pre-craft my bed, I put it in my fourth slot, and that just remains till the fourth. When I have TNT in my hotbar in my inventory, I just put that in my fourth slot instead.
Yeah. Um, yeah, just like a quick thing with emptying inventory. We like we throw out magma cream here, and like we're gonna pick up this magma cream like 2 seconds later, so we didn't actually help clear our inventory. So like until we've left our trading hole for the last time, it's it's not useful to throw out stackable things you get from trade. So like you should still throw out soul speed books, extra boots and stuff like that.
Blackstone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the main thing you want to be throwing out while you're waiting on trades is like the random blocks you got from doing the Bastion route. Like any kelp, sand, magma blocks or like spare like anything you have from the overworld, like flowers or something.
It's also just a bad thing. I'm a I like I have like OCD, so I like to throw out stuff immediately, but it's bad to do that, especially when you're just gonna pick up more stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
always delay it till you've picked up the trades above.
Um, I mean, for checking if it's open at the back, okay, you want to, I believe it's the block to the left of this is the one you want to break to check if it's open. Yeah, this is also another reason. Well, this is a reason why I like opening these blocks. You know, I think it was buried on this, so it wouldn't have been good. But like exiting through those blocks is like is faster than this.
You don't open it unless you've like pathfinded the pigs behind, or it's like double, triple, right?
Yeah, yeah. Or like if it was a single chest over here, but like pigs had got stuck on the other
Yeah.
side of it. Yeah.
Also low render at this point.
That pearl felt like unnecessarily low. Like
Yeah.
like it's gonna land around here, I think, which is just really low.
You wanna aim for the leg, but you don't wanna aim like too low. Yeah. Also, yeah, the render is too high right now.
Yeah,
It should just be lowered better at this point, like Shift F3F while you're purling. And we realize that we have TNT. That's nice. Do you punch the pig here before you?
punch
Because if
what
you
pig?
punch the pig, that will. Oh, sorry, not the pig, the blaze. What's wrong with me? If you punch the blaze, that just means if you
Wait,
don't punch the blaze, it
hold on.
doesn't guarantee. Wait, what?
It'll still drop and everything because like I mean like it's still dying, but like we shouldn't just because it's gonna get like you see the blazes over here, the TNT's over here. It's gonna get KB'd away from where the spawner is, and if it dies to this other TNT, like I mean it's just already out over the edge, and then if it dies to this,
Yeah,
yeah, that was just not very good. Because yeah, even if it did drop a rod, which it looks like it didn't, it would be like down here, if not in the lava.
3 out. Don't do that. You
Yeah,
bridge 2 out on the back and 1 on either side.
yeah, yeah.
You
Like
can do the initial bridge, like this part. You can like
yeah,
bridge out 3, so you get clearance for bridging out 2, and you don't get spawned on. But
yeah,
yeah, you don't need to bridge out 3.
yeah. Like bridging out 3 to avoid the damage is fine, but then it's not like the blazes spawn 5 blocks away. You only need to do a two out like platform.
And one on either side,
Yeah.
not two. Like this overhang ledge, I don't hate building two out just because that means that you just don't fall off, but you don't need to do it.
Also, mining this block is much more important than these ones.
Yeah,
Like for maximizing blaze spawns, this is like one of like the most important blocks to mine.
it's like the proximity to the spawner, right?
Yeah,
That's like your priority for mining blocks. Yeah.
yeah.
So you want to get rid of the blocks that are like closer to the spawner immediately. That soul sound is so awkward. I don't know why we still have that over there.
So before crafting your portal, not crafting your portal, building your portal, you probably want to like craft your eyes and I don't know, like because sometimes you're blind with eyes already crafted and sometimes you won't, and it's just nice to have it consistently the same thing every time. Because like it's not like crafting your eyes in the nether or crafting them in the overworld is like it's not like doing one of them is losing you time to the other. Should change pie chart there. Like F3C and then like change pie chart.
I think you just lagged. Okay.
What did I lag?
Yeah, I think you lagged. It's fine. You're
Oh,
back now.
maybe it was internet.
Yeah.
Um, I'll watch the last like little bit.
Yeah, I definitely at least go back to like home by directory or like 000.
Yeah,
Even if you're not gonna go like directly to the preemptive route.
I'd say learn retimeless eye measuring. Main way or the way you do it is, and you kind of try and do it here, but like you want to align your crosshair on the eye and a little bit to the left, and then you do your settings, and then you can just your crosshair should be really close to the eye, and then you can just press F3 and C after it's bobbed up like twice, so that it's fixed like the texture desync or yeah, and then you get the right angle without having to like pause.
Wait, what? What did we just do? What?
Hold on.
Oh, we don't have wood. Wait, are we just sending on like there's 6 beds, okay. So there was only like 4. I was confused.
I I feel like that pearl could have been done better. Like instead of like sending it with massive upwards velocity, you can do a thing where if you have soul speed boots and soul send, you can throw the pearl while you have the soul speed effect to make it go much faster. So like you could place like 2 or 3 blocks of soul send on the fort here, start sprinting on it and jump, and then like right after you jump, flick a bit to the right and then throw your pearl, and it would go over there without, and you wouldn't have to have it go all the way up and all the way down and have it like take ages to land. Like you could throw a flatter pearl. And here, like, we don't have any more food, right?
Yeah, I think we're out of
Yeah.
food. Yeah.
Yeah, so we know we want to hunger reset already, so we should just be going ham on the pearls, just using them whenever we want to get to the second portal faster, instead of like um this pearl lands and then we F3C and then we just start running. Like it's 78 more blocks. That's a little bit further than a
Like
sprint jump
sprint.
pearl, yeah. So you'd run
Yeah.
a little bit, you'd like run a little bit over here, F3C to get the correct angle, and just full send a pearl that direction, and you'd be like right on chords instead of all of this, and then this is just, yeah, it's like 40 more blocks still. And I doubt that didn't look like a 40 block pearl either. Yeah, we were like 15 blocks off. But I don't know. We're blinding on minus 28 T30 and it was 26 T30.
Blocks your pearl, like if you have like a 40 block distance, you can like make it, you can be like closer to like hitting that 40 blocks instead of um being like 15 blocks off or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, like when we're paying attention to chords, you want to look at the block thing here instead of this, because like you might look, oh, I'm at like minus 27 230, that'll snap into starter, but you're actually on minus 28 230, which is pretty unlikely for that to snap into starter. Another thing, while in that portal, I mean, I don't think we've
Overlap.
changed pi yet, but
Yeah.
also, yeah, and then throwing out the fire charges to like just have a free slot to put your eyes in. That was
Yeah,
rough.
this is really important. You want to do your shift F3 F to like 9 render and this immediately so that your mob cap doesn't fill up.
Yeah. Yeah, like the time you spent unpaused there, like fixing all your pie chart, is like letting all the mobs spawn in all around you, and that can, and that means like you have a higher chance of getting of the portal room being behind an entity, which means like it doesn't show up as a pure spike, and then it's like annoying to find because you'll have to like look at
This
the,
thin res.
yeah, this is
This
like
thin res is like it's too wide for like thin and it's too short for thin.
that was an abrupt ending. Let me, I mean, I'm guessing it's just despair nav or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd recommend like not cutting off the video too short, because if like say like you lose nav like this, and there might be like several mistakes you make that you don't realize, and we could potentially
Can
point them
you
out to you.
can you go back to the original preemptive, like the first spike that we found?
Yeah.
Okay. There's no hitboxes involved, I think.
No.
No. But we're in the portal frame. If you like to, I can understand the reasoning behind being in the portal frame, but you can use the torch. I think that's better. But I'd argue that if you're not going to do hitboxes at all, you might as well just get out and like
Yeah.
do a dynamic scan. And also, is this like full FOV like scan? Oh
No.
no, 30 FOV. It's interesting. Yeah, there's like no good reading on this one, right?
Yeah, there's a small direction where they had like a few entities that was potentially blocking something, but I mean,
Generally, you wanna just spam Shift F3 like continuously. I think that's what Maybe told me, because you're refreshing your pie more often, which means that if there is a direction that the spawner is going to be, it just immediately loads in.
yeah,
Um, Instead of like this slow like Shift F3. You just want to keep spamming it continuously while you're
yeah.
looking for your direction.
Like, wait, there's no reason to go towards this spike because you know it's not it. Like that
Yeah,
definitely wasn't it. Like so
this is just like a bad spike.
the main thing you want to do when you don't have a spike is trying to get into a different chunk, which might like make the polar room chunk like uncold, or trying to look at places where you had an entity. Um, Try to look into that same direction without having that entity. Those are the main two ways to like get around it. Sometimes the portal room's just out of range and you're not gonna pick up the spike as well. So it's not 100%. There's no 100% way to get the spike every time, but there's certain things
Yeah,
you
I
can
don't
do.
think this one was like entity culling. Oh, sorry, chunk culling, because there were like distinct spikes still forming.
Yeah,
Whereas when you get entity culled, it's just like one varied spike like throughout. But I think definitely this is like I used to do this where you just need to spam Shift F3 more,
yeah.
and I think you'd get your spike.
Like here C counter is 29. Clearly no cold chunks behind this. And but you've got one entity which is like, even if the portal room was right out uh behind this wall or something, it wouldn't show up here. That's like the thing with having entities. Uh right.
Yeah,
So as far as important things, I'd say the like ignoring the like obsidian in the overworld and going for that like pretty clearly fake ravine. It's like maybe it's just like not being warmed up, but feels like
yeah.
something that should be
And
like paid attention to. Oh, the looting of the triple chest in the housing definitely
you
could
want to
have.
mine up,
Yeah,
especially when you have like armor. This is good when you don't have armor. And
yeah.
then pressing right click as you break that block so that the piglins, is it? I forget the actual term, but
The
they're
line of
aggro.
sight, yeah, they don't
Yeah,
get
yeah,
in the
yeah.
line of sight aggro on you if you open the chest until they like have lock until they can like recognize you. And if you open the chest straight after breaking the block, there's a really small chance they have the time to do that. Um, as far as anything else, oh, the lowering RD um, earlier likely
You're
could have
missing
gotten a
out on,
few strays.
yeah. As well as the blaze bed. Just
Yeah,
like don't go three out and two on each side.
and then like
Uh,
the like letting this guy just get blown up and like just
yeah,
losing him for no reason at all. The soul speed pearl going to second portal. Um, and then also just like being aware of like you want to use your pearls, just going straight for the like instead of running around the edge, trying to figure out how close you are, and then all of this. Like this was just like a bit like messy. Like felt very, maybe it's like nerves. Don't really know.
yeah, yeah.
And then like the pie chart in the in the stronghold was another
You
important
always
thing.
want to have, yeah, you always want to have your, first of all, you always want to have your pie chart in the correct directory as you've spawned in. If that's like sometimes you forget or whatever, like just do it in the portal frame, I think. And then yeah, just Shift F3 spam and quicker spin around with a thinner and taller window would probably help you a bunch with preemptive.
Yeah, like practically the pie chart should be changed like before you even enter the fortress, so that you don't
Yep.
have to waste time changing it to use it to find the spawners. But at the very latest, you want to change it when you're blinding, because if you strong or blind, you wouldn't want to have to waste time changing it in the stronghold, right? So at the very latest, you want to change the pie chart during the blind portal animation. That's what I'd say. Um, yeah, so I think that's everything. Unless there was,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so if you have any questions, just ping us in your thread. Yeah.